bad, but this is, you know, this is not something I do very often, just play somebody else's deck. I've only done it like maybe 3 or 4 times the whole time I've been streaming. Usually I like to play, you know, the list I've been working on, but this looks too fun to not at least run it through a league, right? Yeah, it is a one of Night's Whisper, which I think is sweet. I'm into it. A card that like you're usually happy to draw the first copy of, you know. Can be bad to draw 2, so 1 copy makes a lot of sense. 10 sick. Yeah, I changed the card, so now it's my own brew, exactly. But now I have to answer all the questions, so maybe not. I want to take the bird, so this way we can play turn 2 Goyf, and then go Fatal Push Wall, Thoughtseize Eldritch Evolution. Although they drew a 1-drop, it looks like. Thoughtseize bug! Spike, it's the Thoughtseize bug! You're right, chap. I think I'm decaying the bird here. Next turn we can go either Fatal Push plus Goyf or Fatal Push plus Thoughtseize, but probably Fatal Push plus Goyf. It's a good draw. I can see what the top card of their library is. They have, I believe, 1 unknown in hand. Yeah, with just a land on top, the evolution shouldn't be a big problem. We could Thoughtseize it the following turn. Tap land stinks because if we don't draw an untapped land, we can't go Lurrus Thoughtseize next turn. There we go. Pre-combat, of course, because of Goyf, although it's not like super likely to do much. Imagine not playing a companion. Cringe. Athena joins the chat. Yeah, I think I'm going to establish the Ooze here over Lurrus. This could be wrong, but now they just like can't chump block this turn, or they can, it's bad. Stops their combo. It's good, I think. Yeah, this is another matchup where the Heartless Act is a lot worse. That's true too. If she's still there, I should pet Athena. She is here. I guess I could give it a freebie, but usually this costs 100,000 channel points. But she's actually hanging out today. She's a good girl. Yeah, the problem is like, yeah, I have to price a lot because people would redeem like 3 pet Athenas a day, and then Athena would just never be in here, and so I just have to say the same thing every single day. I can't actually. She's just not in here, you see, and it's a change that needed to happen. Yeah, I used to have an Athena cam, which is now the Clothis cam. But she was just never there, and then I didn't buy a light. I don't know, I don't feel bad. I feel a little bad, I guess. Gonna get, Hepatra, maybe? Oh, they get their own Ooze. I didn't know their deck main decked Ooze. Makes some sense. You know what I think we're missing? This deck needs Death Cloud. Yeah, Death Cloud's great. It's not like that card just loses you every game you cast it. I've never understood the card Death Cloud. I've never seen that card do anything, but I've seen Death Cloud decks win games, but it just never feels like Death Cloud is part of them winning games. So weird. This kind of feels like bait, this first Ooze activation. I'm gonna wait. I don't know what it's bait for, though. I guess if I don't know what it's bait for, then maybe it's just better to have activated my Ooze. But yes, the card is great. Death Cloud is great. Channel points earned. Or used well. Alright, whatever. Seemed insincere, it wasn't, I promise. 3-4, 4-4, 3-2. So they're not dead on board. Ooh. Well, we can Field of Ruin that, actually. Yeah, this was a mistake for them to play that, maybe. Yeah, because now they have to block the Ooze, and then they're going to lose their Ooze in combat. Yeah, that was a huge mistake on their part to play the Arbor into the Field of Ruin. They could have maybe won without making that or taking that line. We played a Death Cloud Zubera deck. I love Zubera decks. They're really cool. Anybody who plays Zubera decks loves Magic. Can I talk to you about how Stone Rain and Historic is going to push land destruction into your tier 1 deck? Well, you can talk to me, but it'll be a useless conversation because I already know. Of course it will. Of course it will. Opponent, just block the Ooze. You have no other lines. You have no other lines besides blocking the Ooze. You know you have no other lines. I know you have no other lines. You know I know you have no other lines. I haven't been in a Scavenging Ooze fight in a long time. Yeah, 104.3. That is true. That is their other line. How could I forget? 3-minute tank for that? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When you're a bad spot, people like tend to tank more than they should. I'm going to keep this in play for Fatal Push, I guess. People tend to tank more than they should when they're in tricky situations. I guess I should have eaten that end of turn. Well, maybe not because of Goyf. Yeah, we shouldn't have eaten. We didn't. Tank, 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 tank. Dead, I think. I think they have another land. But I don't think we know 100%. But they're going to gain 5, take 7. So they need to have something here, and I don't even know what they can have. They would have already cast Court of Calling. It's game 1. They're unlikely to have any removal. Didn't they reveal another chord? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't remember if they did. Well, Surgical looks amazing in this matchup. Or at least good. Maybe not amazing. Just want the graveyard hate. Do want to go for the throat. Brutality might be okay. Explosives might be okay. I think that Hexdrinker is probably the worst threat in this matchup. We're definitely like more of the control deck. I think 7 discard spells feels pretty good. Pulse seems to be not that good. Maybe Explosives is a little slow. Maybe we should just play like 1. I'm kind of feeling the Brutality. I don't know. What's the story behind the deck name? So Jabberwocky, real name Logan Nettles, best MTGO user of all time. No cap, just like very prominently. Has like amazing track record. MTGO guy. Because I don't want the trophy actually. And has been playing this deck in tournaments lately, and has been doing well. And his name JaberWocky. This is the Rock, JaberRock, which is my addition, the name. And the deck looks really fun, so I wanted to play it in a league, which is not something I do very often, but we stand Logan here. You know, let's play the second Brutality over the second Explosives. Yeah, very good player. Actually played in the finals of against Jabberwocky in the finals of a Pioneer. The last PTQ I won. Was able to defeat Logan. Good match. We chatted a bit after. Really friendly, good guy. Just big fan. This is gonna be a gush over Logan's stream, I think. Senpai Logan. I don't think I could do a Sean Connery accent. I don't think I'll try. Do I want a third Fatal Push? I don't think so. Yeah, every time someone asks about the deck name, it's another chance to compliment Logan, which is why we've named the deck this. Honestly, this may be my greatest creation of all time as far as deck names go. I think I like just playing Tarmogoyf here. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad against Eldritch Evolution to play Goyf. I think that's okay. Could maybe play Ooze, but Ooze doesn't block well this turn. Goyf is just a big stone wall. They do have a... Oh, it's Messenger, actually. So now we get to go Thoughtseize, Ooze, probably. Alright, if they top deck a Evolution or Yawgmoth this turn, we probably lose. But if they brick exactly this turn, we probably can't lose. So, classic position with a deck like this, right? Just try not to get top decked, and they didn't top deck us this time. I'm just gonna go -2/-2. Eat the Messenger in response to Undying. Ooze is definitely our best card in the matchup, right? It's gotta be. I hope I targeted the right Messenger. I think I did. Seems like I did. So if my opponent drew Court of Calling, they can Court of Calling in response to my Scavenging Ooze trigger and draw 12 cards or however many cards they want. So I think it's going to be correct to leave up the Ooze activation, especially if my opponent just like tanks, passes with suspicious 4 mana, you know? Why was Abzan called junk? I mean, Abzan decks have always kind of been trade binder decks, or at least a lot of times they seem like that. Wait, what's Abzan? I thought it was Indatha. Oh man, Indatha. Does anybody call it by the Ikora names? I can't imagine. Indatha! Yeah, Rogrin control. Oh man, I'm gonna start calling him that. I think it's gonna be a good bit. Yeah, that's a good bit. How popular would I have to be to make people start calling it Rogrin control? Much more popular than I am currently, that's for sure. Alright, so they do have Yawgmoth. Good top deck. I mean, we faded it for like the turn we really needed it to, so. When do I plan on playing Prismari Dragons? As soon as I can get the cards, honestly. They're like the deck got a lot of stuff from the new set. So if they drew another Young Wolf or Stringergeist off the top, or maybe after the Stringergeist sacrifice, we're kind of screwed. They should probably attack with their Geist, right? Or maybe it's better to sack and then attack? Yeah, maybe. Oh no. Okay, so they can draw like 10 cards, but they can't kill us this turn, right? Yeah, there's no way for them to get there's no way for them to get Blood Artist in play. Good draws, opponent. Oh, they will get to kill my Ooze though. Oh wait, no, they messed up. They messed up. Oh my gosh, they messed up so badly. I can't believe it. Yeah, how this deck works, for those of you who don't know, and I, as the original brewer of Yawgmoth, know this very well. Yawgmoth plus 2 Undying creatures gives you Yawgmoth's Bargain, which allows you to pay 1 life to draw a card by sacking. Oh, so they're going to Court of Calling for Young Wolf? Of course they drew Court of Calling as the other card. Oh yeah, they could have fetched Arbor too. You're right. But they don't go infinite. You're paying a life to draw a card by sacking an undying creature to put a -1 counter on the undying creature to, you know, let you continuously undie. But they've messed up again, I think. I mean, maybe they just don't want to pay the life against the Goyf, right? No, they could win with less life than us by putting Blood Artist into play. But they probably should have drawn, like, at least one more card. Although it depends on how good the card they drew was. So if we draw Graveyard Hate, we might be able to win here. That's probably not good enough. Yeah, because we push, but then they just reset the Young Wolf. Alright, I'm going to, instead of just playing it out for 5 minutes, assume my opponent will figure it out. Yeah, there's a Proliferate mode on Yawgmoth too, which doesn't come up that often, but it does come up. It's an interesting hand. Put on Moles to 6. Garden is so good in their deck. They have Decay, Wall of Roots, Sulaport Cutthroat, Gilded Goose. I think pretty easy call. I really dislike the gold border on the old cards. Just not a fan. Go for the throat, huh? I like this art though. Yeah, I also think, I kind of feel like Blood Artist is better than Cutthroat because a lot of times you kill your opponent's creatures with Yawgmoth, but also whatever, right? So they're pretty sure I'm playing Spellbomb Lurrus here. Can start getting some card advantage. The Cutthroat just doesn't demand an answer immediately. It is pretty bad if they top deck a Yawgmoth, or I guess if they top deck Evolution, they have to sack the Cutthroat. Hopefully this is, I mean, tapping Birds of Paradise implies Yawgmoth. The deck does play a lot of like copies of that card. We could maybe Surgical Yawgmoth after go for the throating it. Wait, they sacked Goose? What are they getting? How did they sack Goose and not Cutthroat? Alright. I think this is fine. Maybe not. We're going to take 3. Decay this end of turn, maybe? Alright, now I'll probably go for the Throat Messenger plus Spellbomb activation. Decay this next turn if I don't draw anything. Kind of a weird draw when I'm at 9. I'm just definitely playing it. Decay the Engineer now in case they draw Court of Calling. They can't Court of Calling for Yawgmoth. Alright. I haven't had a Dark Confidant in play in so long. Wow. Wow, double Bauble too. They have a fetch land, so I think I'm supposed to Bauble myself. Spellbomb? Spellbomb doesn't seem that good, honestly. I think we get forced because of Ooze. You're playing against Yawgmoth. I'll bubble them just in case they don't fetch, I guess. They have a Twilight Mire on top, so hopefully they don't fetch. Yeah, with no card in our deck costing more than 2 mana, Bob is fine here. We also have Oozes to draw into to gain life. Not a great card, though. Sphinx is okay. Alright, a couple of kind of easy turns here. They draw Court of Calling. Ooh, Night's Whisper is a pretty bad reveal. I think I'm still casting it. I have no fear. Have no fear. I, Bob Marr, am here. I don't think I said his name right. A little before my time, honestly. Well, then I think to run Finks and Yogg. I had Finks in my drafts. That's all I'm saying. Although it was like a little more relevant because I had some, like I was a little more in on like Hapatra and stuff, you know. Yeah, Finks does trigger Hapatra. And then I also was when my list splashed blue for Phyrexian, or sorry, for it splashed blue for Neoform and Phantasmal Image, and so there was a combo with Kitchen Finks, Giralf's Messenger, Phantasmal Image, and Carrion Feeder. And at the time I was playing Carrion Feeder because this was back when Hogak was around and Carrion Feeder could exile bridges. The deck actually had a reasonable Hogak matchup, which was kind of funny. But I was actually the first person to, you know, brew with Yawgmoth. Something I am very proud of. We can't... I think I'm going to go Fire Off Inquisition. Just check what that card is. We can't EE on 3 with this deck. Why did I fetch Swamp when I played Ooze? Yeah, no forest left, I think. I think it's just 1 forest. Oh, I forgot to add the Seb McKinnon Swamps to the deck. Feels bad. Yeah, just 1 forest. I guess I'm actually kind of down to trade Kitchen Finks for Bob because I have a second one. We get to eat it with the Ooze. It's kind of dangerous to play the second Bob. I think I'm just not gonna. If they attack with Finks, we're gonna Treetop Village. What was my greatest MTG achievement ever? I don't know. I've got a couple of, like, you know, achievements under my belt, and I'm proud of some of them. But this is not a brag about myself stream either, you know. Maybe it is. Oh, I should have tapped the Field of Ruin. What am I doing? It's so bad to not. Yeah, Old Border Yawgmoth looks so good. It's a really interesting game. Did you invent the boil-proof mana base, Timu? I thought I did. Yeah, you could be right. Am I just totally misremembering? I remember like putting it together on stream though. There's always room for parallel thinking, I suppose. Nice. You're joking? No, I wasn't. Yeah, you're good. I have a weird memory. Like I just have a bad memory. So I thought that you might have been not joking. I mean, Ooze is gonna be real big. I think I'm supposed to get an Overgrown Tomb and eat another creature with Ooze. Just don't want to leave them any food for theirs. It's a funny draw. I think that this Treetop Village activation is fine. Maybe it's not. Maybe it just definitely gets blocked by Yawgmoth. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, okay, this was bad. They have to lose at least one creature here. Yeah, this was bad. I guess I have the surgical, so I think I can go. And putting their life total real low is super important with the Yawgmoth in play. So do I want to Thoughtseize or want to play Bob? I think I'm just going to Thoughtseize. It's really unlikely to die. There's no creatures in the yard currently. It's certainly possible. Well, chose correctly. This was a terrible play. We'd be in so much better shape if we hadn't fired it up. No, there's no more Bobbles in my grave. I got it. So they drew Peatland, redraw. Yeah, Stringaroo kills us. It's like, it's mostly just that. But or like somehow if they can get two creatures in the graveyard, but like they destroy any creature, sack it, eat it with ooze, then play another creature, we'd lose. Oh right, they have this. I forgot we just discarded a creature. Yeah, we're dead to Messenger too. Dead to a lot of things. Right now we go to 1. Eat plus proliferate. Oh no way! We're dead. But do they see the line? They see it. That's such a sick line. Wow. Well, we threw this game away. Kind of threw last game away too. He's going to keep this hand? We have a Bauble. For all the draw. Kind of a medium hand, right? Maybe like every hand. Elves? Well, hard to imagine we have a bad matchup. Probably not a crazy good one. Have explosives. Pulse might be okay. Brutality might be okay. I think I'm supposed to like, they might like for some reason cast, if they miss a land, they might cast Dwynen's Elite here. So I think I'm supposed to not push immediately to try to like get them, but they drew, or they didn't play into it, which they were pretty unlikely to because we shocked. So maybe it was better to play Catacombs because of that, actually. I think I'm taking Dwynen's Elite here over the Shaman. Not really that scared of Shaman. Dwynen's Elite represents way more mana. Tokens are of course obnoxious. Bauble would be nice to try to take over the game with Lurrus. And they drew that for turn. Are they going to sack Peatland, or are they just going to cast their Shaman, or are they going to do nothing? Doing nothing is an interesting move here. Oh, I should have attacked before putting Lurrus in my hand, but still attacking. Shaman mystery card is their hands. Oh, they drew another Dwynen's Elite, so now Shaman's gonna smack me for 5, and they can attack me for 1. It's kind of fine. They should cast it because I have discard spells to draw 2. The sack Peatland was lose. They sacked it on end of turns to play around discard. They didn't main phase the Peatland, right? So I don't think that their play was bad. So if we attack, we get hit for 3 with the Shaman. Is that fine? It's not too bad, maybe. It's not too good either. I'm gonna wait. Wait, did they not sack Peatland end of turn? I thought they did. Maybe I'm misremembering. I guess we save this for Revolt. If you attack, they send the team back. Isn't that not good into Lurrus? I mean, they have attacks with, I guess. Oh, yeah, they have the Pendlehaven. You're right. Yeah. They do send the team. Maybe they're sending the team this turn because they have the Pendlehaven. That really changes things. Oh, I forgot we had this card. This card's pretty good, huh? Pretty sure we're just supposed to get a swamp and level. Feels so bad. I meant to put my Seb swamps in the mana base, but I just don't. Forgot to. Pretty sure we should attack with this, but let me just count. So block here, take 4, 5, 6, 7. But we gain 3 off Lurrus, and then they're dead to the counterattack. So we're dead to a few things here, but I think we're supposed to get in there before my opponent has a chance to draw out of this. Yeah, but they're dead to the backswing if they send out, right? After the match, can I show you how beautiful Mutate is as a mechanic? If it's just if it's a picture of a big mutated creature, I think I can envision it, you know. All right, great for us. They drew this. Ooze is kind of good. I kind of want to send it with Treetop. I think I'm actually sending it with everybody, right? We go to 10. We get to kill 3 creatures here. Then we get to play Ooze and eat another creature. I think we're still dead if we lose, if they hit Shaman, if they hit a lot of things. But it's not, but like they're doing the same thing on offense and defense, just like killing a creature, you know? Might even beat Shaman now? Nah, don't think so. Yeah, I think Elves is pretty good. I played a little bit of it after the new cards came out. Wait, did they really draw Shaman? I guess so. No, they drew Coco. Wait, why not Coco first? It doesn't really matter, but it could matter, right? I don't know. Oh, we weren't dead to Shaman. How about that? Close game, though. We were dead to Shaman if we didn't attack, I think. Who knows? I'm not going to do the math. Someone in chat knows, though. Not me. So let's bring in the explode. I'm going to cut the trophy. I think trophy is like the first card out. Pulse is maybe okay. It's kind of slow to have 2, especially. I think I want 6 discard spells. Feels like a good number to me. First Night's Whisper seems good. I'm going to trim a Hexdrinker. They seem really... you really want to draw the first copy, probably, but you probably never want to draw 2. Would be my guess. Yeah, they also could have cast the... They could have cast the Shaman pre-combat for 1 more damage, but it doesn't really matter. The hope was that I didn't block. I guess that was their choice, yeah. I think that we don't want the second Pulse. I think the Pulse is actually very slow, but sometimes you get a 2 for 1, but the second Pulse seems a little sus. Trophy for the Mana Dorks? Are you saying... I mean, I think you really don't want Trophy against Elves. If you have access to other removal spells. Their deck is very mana hungry. And Assassin's Trophying a Mystic is not good, you know. Oh, that's the joke. Okay. Thank you, chat. It was a good joke. I just have no personality. I'm not sharp or quick. But I think you're right. I think it was just a joke. We should be playing this card. Untapped. Okay. Great to draw Decay. Wow, our draw lined up has lined up. Our draw is like basically perfect against theirs, at least so far. Just like Thoughtseize for the Coco, Decay for the Sanctuary. Pretty absurd. They revealed that other Llanowar Elves earlier. I'll play around Veil of Summer. Although it's kind of probably not. They probably don't have Shaper Sanctuary and Veil, but I've been burned too many times by the old Veil of Bummer, you know. So they didn't draw Coco. It's kind of cool. I think I want to Goyf and push Llanowar Elves. After they sack the Peatland, they might be a little low on mana. I'm assuming they're sacking Peatland. If they don't sack Peatland, I won't push the Elf. They might draw like 3-drop, 3-drop, and we can Inquisition one of them to 5/6 Goyf is kind of nice. So we know no cards in their hand now. Did they just draw all lands? Maybe they drew Coco. Maybe they drew like Decay. Yeah, I really don't think there's basically anything Inquisition could take. They would have cast anything, so I'm just gonna play out my threats instead. They have Cavern in hand? No, they played it. Or did they have two? Did they reveal 2 caverns? Thank you for your subscription, Callie. Appreciate you. Yeah, I guess Decay was one of the draws. But it doesn't seem like they drew Coco, which is good for us. 1, 2. I only have 2 creatures to eat. So I'll eat 1 and play Ed Bob. Back first. Like I'm not a big Surgical Extraction fan, but it could be good. Could be good. I kind of want to Bauble them to have more info on my Thoughtseize. Fetch basic Swamp, Thoughtseize. You tried your Graceful Slurs deck. I seem to be having trouble against Burn, Tron, Slat, Advice. Nihil Town, thank you for your gifted sub to Pike. That's nice of you. I'm glad that you're no longer possessed. I mean, as far as the matchup against Burn, you really want to grind them out of resources. And then establish Lurrus. That's like, or Cling to Dust. Those are your 2 main plans. Against Tron, you want to counter everything they do and kill them with a Sprite Dragon, which has been a pretty consistent plan for me so far. They have a Birds on top, so we might be pushing next turn. See what is in their hand. Oh, Yawgmoth twice in the same league? Wow, that's awesome. I'm taking Chord. What's the Nebeltown commands? Nebeltown was apparently like had their phone in their pocket earlier today while they were going to the store, and then oh, they also, I didn't realize they didn't have a basic an untapped green source on one here. They were going to the store and then they accidentally spammed that in chat. It's funny. So I can play Birds and the Goose. Land might be nice here. By land I mean untapped black source. No untapped black source. Fine, I'll do it myself. I think I'm pushing the bird. Yeah, it was pretty good. I think everybody in chat was spamming the nonsense. It was pretty funny. Here comes Athena, Cutthroat. Yikes. Two Yawgmoths in hand. That is bad for us. They do have to sack a food token, I guess, to cast it. Unless they draw a green source. But my Bobs are just... I have all 1 toughness creatures. Alright. Yeah, I have all 1 toughness creatures. Womp womp. Let's bring in the Graveyard Hates. Do think I like the Brutality. They go for the Throats. I don't like the Assassin's Trophy. I think I want to cut the 8th discard spell. What did I cut last time? I think trimming Hexdrinker makes sense. Pulse is kind of slow. I mean, they're not killing us, but they're drawing a million cards and killing all my creatures, and I have no follow-up to kill Yogg. Just dead. Just dead. I'm gonna concede. Maybe I think I cut all the Hexdrinkers last time. I think this was my plan. Seems fine. Is Yogg just a bad matchup? It's probably not favored, yeah. What's bad matchups for Jeskai combo? Burn feels pretty even, but you have like 4 champions, so I think it's fine. I think Mono Green Tron is also very close. They might be favored, but you also have a lot of sideboard cards there. There was one matchup I played recently that just felt unwinnable, but it wasn't a very popular deck. Esper Control is not favorable. Amulet Titan's close to. Niv is probably a bad matchup. 2 Hexdrinker, that sounds kind of like a good number. 4 is a lot, I feel. I'm gonna bobble them to have more info on the Thoughtseize. It's just like last game. With the Bob, we should have like enough card advantage. They have a Yawgmoth on top. Could save the Thoughtseizes for the Yawgmoth, but then I'm just not using my mana unless they have a bird. We'll take the Decay, I suppose. Yeah, take Decay, and then they'll play Wall of Roots on 2, which you can push. I think I'm getting Forest because I have Ooze in hand. Could be wrong. Ooze seems like our best card in the matchup. Maybe I was supposed to shock. It's also possible. Play the 5/6 Goyf. Might kill him before they get a chance this game. I see Force Mitigation now $80 low on TCG. I'm not surprised. That card was honestly like $40 for way too long. I don't have like many strong MTG finance opinions, but just Force of Negation being a $40 card was ridiculous. So if it's not reprinted in Horizons 2, it's immediately like a $120 card, maybe. Get back to K with Ewit. Good line, I think. Maybe they should get back the Catacombs, actually. Attack with attack with Goyf. They never reprint cards this fast. I mean, that's not entirely true, but they don't often, yeah. I think it's not super likely they reprint it. And it's just like, it goes in every modern blue and every modern and legacy blue deck, goes in every blue EDH deck, you know, or just, yeah. and only has one printing in a Horizon set, you know? Like it says one printing in an $8 a pack set. And they're holding the Decay. It's a bit weird, right? Really bad if they have Veil, maybe. But I like casting this now because it puts a creature in the yard for the Goyf. None of these cards are good here. I guess I'll take the Cord. Like the entire reason, this is not a. I don't really like to discuss MTG finance very often because I'm not very knowledgeable, and you know a lot of my you know opinions are not based in like education. You know, this is not something I look at very often. But just the reason I started buying back into paper after selling out was that I saw fortifications were $40. I'm like, if I don't buy a playset now, I will never buy into paper because they're just going to be too expensive. And I started rebuilding the collection after that. But those are like the first cards I bought. Why not taking the Messenger? The Messenger enters tapped. Just doesn't do anything. I mean, none of their cards were good. It didn't matter what we took, I think. How big is my collection? Not huge. Like I've got most of like all of like my blue mid-range brews, you know. I'm missing like a few cards from some decks. Like I've been meaning to buy vials for like the cat herder deck, and I'm missing a few other cards from that one, I guess. I don't have Saheeli. But I just kind of like whenever I see when I see something that I feel is a good deal, I just kind of pick them up, you know. During over the course of COVID, I've been slowly building up. I think I'm gonna put back Treetop on the draw. My opponent wouldn't play Veil of Summer in their deck, would they? Slowly been building up COVID. The opposite. I now have all 5 COVID shots. I'm invincible. There was I can't remember who it was. I don't watch TikTok, but someone posted it. It was like just a skit of someone who finally got the 5th COVID shot, and they were like Thanos, and they were invincible. It was pretty funny. Was I just supposed to like not play into Veil there? I think you just cast the Inquisition. The nice thing about the Veil of Summer there is you get to complain a bit, you know, after it resolves. I'm killing that. If we draw a black source, we get to kill both of their mana producers here. It's so good. We didn't. They can Veil of Summer this. We'll just concede if they have a second Veil. It'll be fine. I'm discarding Inquisition, I think. They can Veil off Wall of Roots. We'll just concede. It'll be fine. We can't beat 2 Veils. Oh, did I drain them on accident? Oh my gosh. I meant to duress them. Well, that feels super bad. Whatever. We're here now. This is the game we're playing. They sack Peatland. That's really good for us. It's really good for us. Be funny if like the Drain 2 ends up being really good. I think I'm pushing their Wall of Roots here. I mean, at least it didn't Veil of Summer the... at least it didn't Veil of Summer the Brutality, right? I mean, they're probably flooded, but I think just getting them down to 2 mana is better than killing the Geist. 2 Veil of Summers though, so brutal. Looks like a Messenger. That's pretty bad. I might have to pump my brakes here. Yeah, I don't know why Goyf is just impossible to read now. I don't know who approved that change. If they Eldritch Evolution, like we could have maybe taken this with the Brutality, you know. So they definitely have Eldritch Evolution, and they're not sure which of their creatures they should sack. Probably just the Geist here. Wait, are they courting? They're casting Obstinate Baloth. Weird. I think I'm going to sack my Spellbomb. Draw a card. We need to get a little lucky. And we can also rebuy the Spellbomb off Lurrus next turn. I guess I'm playing Field so that I can draw another card. Jailer does not beat Undying, no. They don't have Cavalier, do they? That'd be pretty bad. What if we block like this? I think this block's good. I think their Geist is better in play for them than the Baloth is. Yeah, this is the second... 2 of our 3 matches today have been against Yawgmoth. It's kind of funny. Do I miss Modern Zombies? Yeah. I'll play it again someday. Flooding out a bit, huh? Or our block was good. Just might not be good enough, you know? Let's see if they are out of basics. If they are, I'll double field them. Surely they play more though. Yeah. Oh, they play. I mean, they definitely have evolution too. They just have had it for a while now. We can't beat it. We just need to make them show it to us. But that's the read I have, is that they have it. I'm gonna block here and here if they attack with both. They play 3 basics. I was gonna have had the 3rd in the hand. Still not. Still getting evolution if they have it. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe my read is just wrong. I don't know. I don't think it is. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't. Bad time to be right, huh? No, no unearths in the 75, which is that's something else I'd play. I'd play some unearths if I was building the list. Can we win? Also, like, maybe play a Cling. Just all the Spike special cards. Right. Well, we got 1-2'd by Yogg twice. So we did punt our first match against Yogg. You know. That's been my approach to these set releases, and I've liked that plan so far. What would my go-to sideboard card to beat Yogg? Grafdigger's Cage. That card is the best by a lot against them. It stops their evolutions, their Court of Callings. It's just great. Yeah, I guess we're just taking Eidolon. Then double pushing next turn. Can you trade with people who got cards? Yeah, that's what I usually do. Is I will also spend some time begging people for cards in the trading queues. You know. Maybe it's better to play Goyf this turn, huh? Kind of down to play a Goyf. Just can't really attack well into it. They have these 4 cards plus 2 more. That was one of them. Suspend Rift Bolts. Suspend Rift Bolts. Okay. We know they have Swift Spear, so I think I'm just going to attack and hold up push. Well, now I'm going to Thoughtseize the Skullcrack. Goyf is now a 5/6. They might just double Rift Bolt it, but they probably should go after me. They do. Especially because they have the canyon. Well, Talos, I guess just like all the cards on the Twitter post I made, those are the cards I'm planning on playing with, so. But you don't need to feel an obligation to give me your cards, you know. Well, I kind of feel like this is gonna be one of those games. Like if they draw Boros Charm, we're kind of screwed, and if they don't, we're in good shape. If they draw a creature, we're in good shape. Maybe not Eidolon. Sunbay Canyon is so good. You guys remember Burn before the Pain lands? You guys remember how different that deck it was? It was so different. Elix 2 months. You're building Sultai Lurrus control. Awesome. Glad that you're liking that deck. Love hearing what people say they're building the list, you know. That's a great sign for us that they're not casting a 2-mana burn spell here. Alright, bolts me though. We're dead if my opponent can deal 4 damage. Good commentary by your friend, Aspiring Spike. I think that they've drawn Skullcrack here is kind of the read I have. I mean, maybe they're just like slow rolling for no reason, but skewer my Lurrus, okay. Well, we have no decisions here, I think. Boros Charm or Bust, probably. I guess they could have another. They could have maybe had like another skewer in their hand. But they busted instead of Boros Charming. Alright, so let's bring in Surgical Extraction, Knight's Whisper, Assassin's Trophy, Nihil Spellbomb. Actually, we don't feel like we have a lot of sideboard cards here. Play the Go for the Throats. The Pulse is also like pretty bad. I don't want to play Bob. I mean, I guess Bob, the most damage Bob can deal is 2. Maybe we'll play like 2 copies. Don't want to play Knight's Whisper. Do we have to play the Assassin's Trophies? I really dislike explosives against Burn too. So I guess we're just playing another Bob. Yeah, I mean, Trophy is not good, but sometimes you can trophy them off of white mana. E with Lurrus. E is just not good against Burn, I think. This is going to be... Oh, also, Burn player with no Lurrus, by the way. This hand is bad if my opponent doesn't draw creatures, but if this is good if my opponent draws 4 creatures. Oh, no, turn 1 creature. Disaster. Boy, do I wish I had engineered explosives. Yeah, I think this deck needs to cling to dust. I'm probably going to be just like addressing what changes I'd like to make to this deck after this league. It's like, yeah, please play a creature, please. No. Tail is old as time, dude. I think we need to Assassin's Trophy their Sacred Foundry. I just refuse to play Goyf into a Lightning Bolt, you know, or Helix here. We also have 4 Field of Ruins. Maybe this is like an okay plan. I'm not sure. They also get to bolt me again. Like you just already have so many removal spells, so just to also play Engineered Explosives when you already have way too many removal spells in your deck, I think is a mistake. That's a good draw though. I think this deck might want more Pathways. Pathways have felt really good so far. Gonna tell us your changes? Yeah, I think so. Let's see why I win it. Jabberwocky gets a free dono deck. Of course, Jabberwocky can get all the dono decks he wants. Gonna play another green source because of Ooze, although it probably doesn't matter that much. I mean, Lurrus is nice to have. Oh, I guess I should have gotten a black because Lurrus is double black. Whatever. Can you please draw a goblin guy? Maybe they cited them out. That's something that is something that sometimes burn players used to do, or at least claim that they did. But I never understood how they did. Yeah, I should have played that as a black source, whatever. If only I had engineered explosives, I could grow Goyf. Man, Lurrus is so bad in burn because you might accidentally turn on your opponent's removal. Another game where just like Boros Charm is so good, and if they don't draw another Boros Charm, we're in good shape. A creature! Awesome. I think I'm just attacking first. Yeah, if they trade Eidolon for Lurrus, we just can't lose because we get to go Ooze, eat both creatures. Bouncing back. We're 2-0 against the non-Yawgmoth matchups, and we're 0-2 against the Yawgmoth matchups. Please, no Yawgmoth Clothis. Please let us dodge Yawgmoth. I guess I'm kind of used to that because I played a lot of RTR Innistrad Standard. I should probably keep this, right? Putting it mold to 6. Just hope to get a little lucky. We have 3 looks at a land. They have Godless Shrine on top. All right, if we draw a land here, then they never draw a land, we're in good shape. Or they never draw a spell. Oh wait, we knew they drew a land. CAC-W. Just a little tilted. Whatever. Sounds like maybe a little sketchy, but I think on the draw against the mulligan, keeping the turn 1 Thoughtseize that just like needs to draw a land in 3 looks is fine. Niv is the best deck. I mean, Niv is a horrible matchup. I mean, Niv just crushes these kind of decks. Just like Yorion decks always crush like these Lurrus mid-range piles. Since the printing of Ikora, that's been true. I'll scoop if I miss on lands. Okay, game 2. Quick game. Turn 3 kill. Opponent never cast us. They cast Abundant Growth. I think on the play I'm going to play Reign of Tears. I mean, they're a Utopia Sprawl deck, so maybe I'll play them both games. Definitely on the play. Trophy as well. Night's Whisper. I'm going to cut the pushes. Cut the 3rd Ooze. This looks pretty fine. Bad matchup. Get a little bit lucky. Games 2 and 3. We'll walk away with 100 play points and a treasure chest. Great hands. Want to change a thing. Can't because that's illegal too. Not sure about taking the Birds of Paradise there. Think it's fine. So they're gonna Helix my Bob. So I think it's just a trade we need to take. Burrito 10 months. I'm still entertaining after all this time. I'm sorry about your bad taste, but thank you for resubscribing, buddy. It means a lot. Alright, so now I think we need to Inquisition the Veil so we can Reign of Tears next turn. I like Night's Whisper. This card is good. Fun. So they use the Plains, Abundant Growth. I think we know that they have 2 Helixes or Kaya's Gales. Nothing else is known. No, in before second. Second Veil. No reason to sandbag the Hexdrinker. We just know they have 2 Kai's Guile, so it's not like the Hexdrinker is going to be stellar here. Maybe let's draw all 5 drops and we'll get them. Wow, is that actually going to happen? Untap land would have been pretty nice. We could have either leveled the Drinker or put Lurrus in hand and played Goyf. I think it might actually just be better to Lurrus here than Goyf. Yeah. Dude, Reign of Tears got him. I maybe should have 3 Reign of Tears. I usually like, 3-ish of this, in fact. Pop the Triumph, play Goyf, maybe. Yeah, maybe killing the Triumph is important. So now they're gonna exile my graveyard, I guess. Or, I mean, they are. Don't have a lot of decisions this turn. Pretty straightforward. It's kind of nice to make them choose a color. Or choose a basic here, either blue or black, and then they may draw the wrong color if they do draw the 4th land for Omnath. So there's Omnath, Assassin's Trophy, Mystery card. They also have the access to Yorion. Yeah, they did not draw blue. Just put Yorion in hand instead of using Assassin's Trophy on Tarmogoyf. Pretty sure I'm supposed to play Lurrus here. Just push the advantage a bit. I mean, it puts lethal in play for next turn. Actually, just super obvious Lurrus. How tap for Lurrus, huh? What does Lurrus cost? Green, black? How tap for Lurrus? Kind of feels it. I'd be lying if I said it didn't feel good to see a Niv player get a little bit punished for their mana base. They should probably kill my Treetop Village, right? Assuming that they're just on trophy, they draw like Helix. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like the Treetop's doing more than the Lurrus. I'm not sure. If you build up Temple Garden, they have 2 basic planes. Oh, good point. I don't know. They probably don't, but that was probably good to blow it up. But then they just they just get their island, and then they can draw planes to Omnath. Yeah, so I think it's better to just hold the trophy for Omnath itself. Well, we won a game against Niv, an achievement in of itself. Maybe we'll get lucky again for game 3, but we do have to be on the draw, which is way harder. How did Grixis control? We went 4-1, 4-1, 1-2, which is actually the exact same record as yesterday. So consistent. Two pretty lopsided games. Now you're never mulliganing this. Yeah, Reign of Tears is super cool. You played in the deck over Fulminator Mage so you can keep Lurrus. Where are the blue cards? Yeah, this morning we had someone complaining that my decks were, or they didn't actually say this, but that's what they meant. They said, aren't you worried people are going to get bored if you only played control decks? After I spent all week, last week, not playing control decks. Just played a new Grixis variant 2 days in a row. The horror. And now, where are the blue cards? It's almost as if it's impossible to please everyone at once. You know? That's what I get for whining, I guess. I need to draw Abrupt Decay. Alright, I did wish for that, so wish granted. PogChamp. I might still Rain of Tears next turn, which is so bad against Rin and 6, but depending on what I draw, it is more mana efficient to go Rain of Tears into Bob Decay. How do you define control deck around here? Control deck means the deck that you want to see me play. It doesn't matter what it is beyond that. As long as it's a deck you want to see me play, it's a control deck. Yeah, I think it's good to Rain of Tears the next turn, go Bob Decay. Just, like, send them back a turn. It's pretty bad if they have Helix, and it kind of feels like they do. Is this Teferi? Weird. Oh, maybe they're going to cycle their Triumph to go to discard? Okay. Tarmogoyf. I think I should been fine drawing that. Yeah, also, like, we get, you know, I'll concede to Veil of Summer. I will just concede on the spot if they Veil of Summer my Decay. We're not winning. If they get to Rin and 6, draw 1,000 cards into Veil my Decay on Rin. But we're not conceding because they didn't have it. We're playing. I don't know how we're in this spot after they went turn 2, paying my Hexdrinker, draw 2 more cards off Rin, and then eat a Decay. When if somehow my Bob doesn't die, which I don't know how that ever happens, but if that somehow happens, my opponent just has 8 lands in hand, or 7 in the Yorion, we can win. Only one way to please everyone, you gotta play tempo decks. Genius. Genius. Cater to the zombie lovers. Dude, I wish zombies was just a little bit better. I've spent so much time losing play points with zombies. I'm gonna shuffle away Treetop Village. Okay, this is kind of cool to see, right? Opponent with the draft deck, 1 of each basic. I'll take a draw step, I guess. I don't really know why. If their hand's all lands, I'll keep playing. Not quite. It wasn't quite all lands, chat. That matchup seems unwinnable. I mean, I think we got a little unlucky to get paired against Niv twice, or Niv and then 2 Yawgmoths, although we did punt the first match against Yawgmoth. That being said, I do think I'd like to make a couple changes, so before we go today, I'm going to change some things because I can't help myself. I might like to cut the 4th Field of Ruin for the 3rd Pathway. Kind of think 4 Field of Ruin and 23 lands and 2 Treetops is kind of a lot. Although I guess your curve is real low. That is one change I wanted to make. I think I am on board for two Treetops. But this is one change I wanted to make. I wanted the first Cling to Dust over the 3rd Ooze pretty badly. I also might like the 2nd Assassin's Trophy in the main. I also might look at every 3 and 4 mana black-green instant or sorcery just to see if there's something sick that nobody's playing. But I'm not going to do that right now. I like the 8 discard spells. Yeah, I think you could maybe cut 1 Hexdrinker, but I do think you're kind of skirting on threats if you do. Splash red for Colossus, genius. Things stick that plays too many lands. I mean, it's got a lot of utility lands. It always has Lurrus for the flood. Kind of don't even hate the first Blood Chief's Thirst too. All right, let's look at the sideboard. I think I'm gonna cut the Surgical. I think you have main deck Graveyard Hate. Honestly, 3 Spellbombs is even a lot with the main deck Oozes and the Cling. think that I'm just gonna cut the surgical. I know it's also for Tron, but to that I say whatever. I think I want the third Reign of Tears. Reign of Tears look pretty sweet. I like the one Go for the Throat. I think I might not like this. Actually, let's do this. I might even like the fourth Reign of Tears. Like against Niv, like you can just kind of cheese them. This deck is also maybe not playing. Maybe needs a card like Mystic Repeal. It probably does, which is kind of gross, right? I'm just gonna play the second Collective Brutality. Yeah, Hexdrinker is actually a 4-drop. I agree. A flexible 4-drop. I think this looks pretty good. I think we're just gonna hope to cheese Heliod somehow. This is probably the suggested change, I think, for like one more league. If I was gonna play another league today, which I'm not, it's the end of today's stream. Tomorrow's gonna be weird because MTGO.